Hello, and welcome to today's intention. There we go. What a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Feeling the fresh winds of autumn come in, blow away our old stories, our egos, leaving pure truth. And that's what I'm feeling today. I'm feeling very refreshed, generated in the sacral chakra, orange color, fall, autumn colors. Yeah, that's where I'm sitting today. So we're going to do an inwards journey. If you could find a place to sit or lie down for the next 30 minutes or so with your eyes closed and not be disturbed, that would be great. And when you're ready, go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to start with a few slow, deep breaths. So take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I want you to just let everything go. All of your cares and worries just dissolve and float away. You'll be okay without them for about a half an hour, trust me. And for the next breath, take a full deep breath in, expanding your lower abdomen first, the lower belly, and then coming up into the upper abdomen, expanding the rib cage out towards the lower rib cage, out towards the back. Really fill yourself up. And this time when you exhale, if you could feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And the next breath, if you could help by visualizing breathing light directly into your heart and then exhaling light directly from your heart. Good. And now we're going to focus on the body. Make sure it's good and relaxed. If you could bring your awareness down to your feet right now and simply ask them to relax at this time. Our body is this wonderful gift, this amazing loyal servant that just wants to do our bidding, but sometimes we need to ask. And now feel your energy leaving through your feet into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest and circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. And now we move on to the ankles, shins, the calves, the knees. We feel everything relax. And each body part we touch on, I want you to allow it to revert back to its perfect blueprint that you originally started with. Completely healthy, vital body in all ways. So no inflammation, no pain, everything back to its innate perfection. Then we move to the upper legs, the buttocks, the hips, the pelvic area. Feel everything loosen. And then into the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Feel everything soften. Your shoulders are down in the most comfortable position. Arms, forearms, hands, and fingers hanging loosely. Your neck is supple, bearing no weight. And then we move up to the skin of our scalp. This is a place where tension hides sometimes. So I'd like you to release anything that's there right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. And then we move to the jaw and allow it to unhinge. Open, open up, receive the breath of life. And then we feel all our facial muscles melt into a perfect pool of relaxation. And we see if we can't get our eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. And then we move inwards and ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. And now we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite them to have a seat on the couch and just chillax for a bit now while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat for a little while. Just take a break. Excuse me. And now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts, and they're usually moving so fast. Let's enlist the help of the elementals to help us deal with our thoughts. We'll start with the element of fire. It's a wonderful element as it burns up anything that we no longer need, purifying us, allowing us to be reborn of the ashes. And if you like, you can envision the sun as the element of fire. Next, we'll ask the element of water to come in, and it's also an amazing element to help us as it naturally retains memory. So if you want, you can envision yourself standing in the middle of a gentle river and feeling the pull and flow of the current, pulling out from you anything that you no longer need, any baggage, any negativity, any patterns you want to release. And you can just watch and observe as they flow down the river on the current. And then we ask the element of air to come in, so a wind or a breeze caressing by your skin. And what it's doing is taking away any stories that you're clinging to, your stories and your ego, leaving only behind the shining truth. And then finally, we enlist the help of the earth with its magnetic pull to attract and hold to it anything that we'd like to release, anything that we still need to let go of, any heaviness. And we just trust that the earth transforms this energy into something akin to a seed that can bring new life. Now, sometimes our thoughts take us away on wild rides or tangents. And if this happens, that's normal. Just as soon as you realize it, though, gently, gently bring yourself back to the present moment and what we're doing, or back to your breath. And sometimes it's just simply a practice of continually bringing yourself back. And eventually, we won't get pulled away as often. We'll get to stay in the peace of the moment. Now we're going to take the journey from our head space down to our chest cavity, where our heart resides. We're going to use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally. So feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear the soft padding of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. And feel the buoyancy, the lightness as you glide down the staircase. And when you arrive on the platform, I want you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps a gate with a lock on it. Maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural. We all do this. Protective measures for ourselves. What I'd like you to realize right now is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP, backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built, if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open a little bit. And brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. And see yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine inside your heart. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are as well. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of a shift in perception right now, away from our physicalities that we're used to, and experience our energy bodies or our light bodies. I'd like you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're kind of floating there, existing like a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience this right now. What color are you? And then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. It doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is just total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up and merge with that flow right now. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't have to sacrifice anything to experience this. And you don't need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things that you may experience when joining in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe, and they are also you. We are all one being, one consciousness, one light. We're all the same pie, slightly different flavors we're bringing to the same pie. Now, this nexus is a place of incredible power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healings, of miracles, and incredible capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of today. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention, because we can. So I'd like you to go ahead now and envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having in all of its glorious detail. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I want you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body is balanced, your mental body is full of clarity, and your energetic body is filled and complete. And we trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, and guard us against anything we need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. And any time we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available to us. I'd like you to experience this vitality right now. I'm feeling very light, as if effervescent bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, the quantum level. Everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very invigorating. And now that you're experiencing this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your friends and family. Witness the expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces too. And then stretch it out to include your community and then the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive. This is within our power to do so. We are all healers. It's just a matter of focusing our intention and sending that energy out. And now let's talk about abundance. There is plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has natural, ample, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's lots left over for comforts. So maybe we could travel around once in a while. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and our dreams in life. Each of us were seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we also have an innate need and desire to contribute. And so when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay. Don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into our conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. And now see yourself going to bed at the end of the day of being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled. sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning, excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now, we just did this for the entire world. So what does that look like now? And I want you to see all this as already happened. It has already happened, it is done, so say we all. I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we're living on a planet free of pollution. We're living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? Look at us exploring our limitless potential together, inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But today, let's focus on celebrating this wonderful existence together in song, in music, in dancing, in laughter, in playing. You can just see us all at a huge outdoor music concert festival. Everybody rejoicing together. All the relationships healing. Love being transmitted and received. I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing all the smiles on strangers' faces, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's magnificent. And let's intend one more thing while we're here together today. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. Something wonderful happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. And then all of a sudden, the lower, heavier energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment. This all just falls away, and we naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, and sharing. Everybody is on the same page. What a relief. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the tension, worry, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders into the atmosphere above us to be transformed into the higher resonance frequencies that are more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion. I'm sensing all the connections, clearing, cleansing, opening up, communication flowing. It's incredible. The atmosphere is just so smooth. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. And now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, whether you're out for a picnic with your family, marveling at their glowing faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive, or you're out for a walk in the forest with your dog, enjoying the serenity, you're having a laugh with your friends on the pickleball court, or you're creating something marvelous in the kitchen or at work, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I want you to just stop in your shoes right now, this reality you've created, and just look at all the beauty surrounding you. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty. Just drink it in. Feel this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times, and receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. And now I'd just like to connect with some gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this wonderful life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, and back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with light and healing and love and energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I want you to take your entire beautiful reality that you've created and build it up as an energy ball in your center right now, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the Dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball, make it crackle with life, and then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt, the fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. And we're going to take a large breath in, build up that energy ball. And when we exhale, we're going to release and share that with the world. Here we go. Build it up and release. Exhale completely, give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with love and light and healing and energy. Good job. You can just feel those concentric rings of energy circling the globe, causing all the other like energies to light up in response, creating a sum more than the sum of its parts. Just blanketing the whole world in this reality of peace, love, prosperity. Now I'm going to get you to wiggle your fingers and toes. We're going to come back into our bodies proper. And maybe shift your limbs around a little bit too to facilitate that. When you feel you're ready to come back into the room or your space, I want you to open your eyes and just notice how you're feeling right at this moment. Know that you can come back to this state of being at any time of your choosing with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can do it all on demand, on a moment's notice, anytime we want. Eventually, we won't have to put any effort into it at all anymore. We'll just become natural, walking, talking transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune with who we truly are. Creating this reality of our choosing around us, because we are this powerful. And so much more so when we bring our intentions together this way, exponentially by magnitudes. So thank you for joining me in these intentions, whether it's live or recorded. It all works, it's all good. And play with this. If you've been doing these intentions for a little while, try doing this single conscious breath of intention throughout your day. When you're brushing your teeth, when you're cooking supper, when you're waiting in line, and maybe just before you move into dreamland, when you go to sleep. And just notice what kind of shifts are happening in your life in the next couple of weeks. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you again tomorrow for the next intention.